We did. We ended up doing four performance bonuses tonight. We got Nate, Dober, Pfeiffer, and Green. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them.
Well, the bonuses kind of suggested, but Bobby Green's win in the main event. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that coming. What were your thoughts on that win?
This sport is crazy, man. You never know what's going to happen in this sport. You know, when you look at Dawson, this guy hasn't lost a fight since 16. He's like 20-1, and you know, in the top 15. And boom, one punch, jab. Never know. Crazy. And again, the odds, don't quote me on this, but the boys were telling me the back was like minus 410 or something like that at one point, or 430 or something. Crazy sport.
He said he'd like to stay busy and maybe fight in December. I mean, is that card already full, or is it a possibility you come off a win like that?
There's always room. There's always room. We can always add another fight. So, yeah. Listen, if he really wants to turn around, we'll see. We'll see what's going on, and we'll figure something out.
I like it. Joe Pfeiffer, of course, had another huge win as well. What did you think of his performance?
I thought Pfeiffer looked awesome tonight, man. You know, when you watched, you know, I posted that vignette of him, right? And he was talking about, I'm faster, you know, I know it, you know, everything that he said was dead on. You know, the leg kick hurt him. You could tell the leg kick hurt him. It reminded me of the Khabib-Gaethje fight. You know, Gaethje was landing those hard leg kicks, and basically Khabib said, enough of this shit, took him down and finished the fight. That's like what Pfeiffer did tonight.
Yeah. And, you know, obviously he's become very popular, but he's kind of saying, hey, I'd kind of like a new deal before I start facing these top fighters. And I saw you
dragged him right in the back. we're working on a new deal now.
All right, so you feel he's worth that at this point?
Yeah. Listen, I like this kid a lot. He's tough and durable. Apparently, this was a horrible camp for him. He had a bad camp, all kinds of nagging little injuries and things like that. But he's one of these kids that has that dog in him. You know, I like everything about this kid.
A couple others. Felipe Lins, we had a late fight scratch. I think he fell ill. Did you have any update as to what happened or what his status is or anything along those lines?
He didn't feel good. We sent doctors to look at him. They worked with him. They did some stuff. He said he still didn't feel good, so the fight got pulled. So, and we paid Cutelaba.
Was it Felipe's call to not fight, or the doctors ruled him out?
I think it was his decision.
Okay, interesting. Just a couple things outside of tonight. Mateusz Gamrot, he announced that he's the backup for Islam and Charles in Abu Dhabi. Can you confirm that he will be the backup fighter?
He announced that? How did he announce it?
It's an interview in Poland, I believe, that was translated that he said in an interview that he was going to be the backup for that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I said, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Connor McGregor also announced that he's in the USADA testing pool. Is that your understanding as well, or do you know if that's official?
No, he is not officially in the USADA pool. He submitted the paperwork. Probably by Monday, he'll be submitted.
And we're all kind of
again, don't hold me to that, but
that'd be
the paperwork is submitted next week sometime.
Yeah. We're all kind of guessing, 6 months, that sure looks to line up real nice with UFC 300. If you just do the math, does that appeal to you to have him maybe at UFC 300?
I literally have nothing planned with Connor McGregor right now. The paperwork is being submitted. We'll play it by ear, see how things work out. There's still a lot of things that have to happen as far as fights go, and then we'll decide where he's going to land.
Okay. And last thing for me, I just want to ask, obviously Tom Brady being in the house tonight caused quite a stir, I guess. What was that? And did he have any thoughts on the fight? How'd that come together?
We're going to U2 tonight.
Dana over here.
Yep.
Another fighter that impressed today was Joaquin Buckley. Great performance, all-around performance. What are your thoughts on his performance tonight?
What did I think of his performance? Yeah, no, he looked like a beast, man. He looked great. Obviously, powerful dude, against a durable guy. He went in there and he looked great tonight. Put on a great performance.
Think he's found his home at 170?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, great move for him.
And with Bobby Green, obviously he beat Grant Dawson, who's number 10 going into this fight. What do you do with him now? Do you give him a guy ahead of him in the rankings, or
I have no. I mean, the fight just ended a few minutes ago. You know what I mean? If you look at the streak this kid's been on, it's I'm sure he's beside himself right now, and yeah, I don't know what we'll do with him next.
And obviously, UFC 294 is not too far away with Islam and Charles and Hamza and Costa. If you look at those 4 guys, they've all had their history with weigh-ins. Are you kind of excited for the weigh-in for that card?
For Abu Dhabi? Yeah. I'm excited for everything about that card. I'm excited to get back to Abu Dhabi. I'm excited, obviously, for the lead-up to that fight. And have all you guys been to Abu Dhabi before? Have any of you never been to Abu Dhabi? Oh, shit, half the room. Get your shit together, boys. Get over there, man. It's fun. It's a good time. You guys should, listen, if you've never been to Abu Dhabi, you hear me talking shit about Abu Dhabi all the time. I mean, during the pandemic, it was incredible, the way that the bubble was set up over there, especially with what we were dealing with here in the United States. But I'm telling you guys, guys should, if your companies won't kick in the money for you to go, just pay. Just go over there and do it. It's a really cool, unique experience. And, this fight's awesome. And like I said, fight week is going to be fun. So you guys should try to get over there. Hit Lene up and get some credentials.
And it was recently announced that Derek Brunson was signed by the PFL. I just wanted to ask about how were the conversations like with you guys?
What was the question? What's your question to me?
What were the conversations like when obviously he made the move to leave the UFC?
What was our conversations?
Yeah, with him.
I was probably released. I'm assuming, yeah. I don't know. I'm not in the middle of that, yeah.
And this coming Tuesday is the last episode of Dana White's Contender Series from this season. Just want to get your thoughts on this season so far, and where does it rank amongst all the seasons you've been a part of?
It's hilarious you just asked me that question, because I was literally just in the back, like the co-main event or main event, and said, we only got one more week left, boys, and it's going to be a year before we do this again. So we love that show. Love doing it every Tuesday. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I mean, it's so awesome. We have a fight on Saturday, and then you can look forward to waking up Tuesday morning. You got more fights, over here, and they're always incredible. And yeah, I wish we could do those year round. I would literally do that year round if there was enough talent out there.
I was gonna ask. That was my next question. Have you guys had those conversations yet about making it year round or just more?
It's perfect right now because you do 10 weeks of this, and then you let the talent build up again over the next year, and you go 10 weeks again. It really is perfect. I wish there was a scenario where we could do it every week.
So maybe that's something like as MMA continues to grow worldwide and more talent comes to influx.
Well, we really are worldwide. I mean, if you start looking at the talent that's been the last 3 weeks, you're talking about South America, Brazil, all throughout Europe, and really is bringing in people from all over the world. So,
thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Dana.
Yep.
I just wanted to ask you about Karolina Kowalkiewicz. She's on a 4-fight win streak. She was on a 5-fight losing streak before that. Is it just kind of cool to see someone who, was on that losing streak? Everyone kind of wrote her off, like she should retire. Then she's bounced back on this 4-fight. Like, is it just cool to see? Yeah, no, it's awesome. Not to mention what a great human being she is. I mean, let's start there. And then, when you see somebody bounce back the way that she has, it's awesome. I don't know how much longer she wants to do this. What more is there to really accomplish, especially as you start to get older? But yeah, I mean, I like her very much, and I'm happy to see her be successful. Drew Dober broke the record for most knockouts in the lightweight division. What were your thoughts on him? That was as one-sided an ass-whooping as I have seen in a very long time in the UFC. He came out on a mission, looked incredible, and yeah, he looked awesome tonight. Fighters were allowed to walk out with flags, have their flags in the octagon. Can you just talk about the decision to bring them back? Fighters walked out with their flags. Yeah, flags are back. Yeah. I was on vacation during the Mexican Independence Day, and the no flag thing drove me crazy. And I was like, yeah, fuck that, we're bringing flags back. Yeah, it drove me crazy. Is there, obviously, is there any, the reason why you took the flags away in the first place, with Russia, Ukraine, is there, can the Russians walk out with a flag this time? Yeah, there's a lot of things that go on in a company this big. You can't micromanage everything. And sometimes things are done for the intentions of the right reasons and whatever. Everybody in this room knows the way that I feel about a lot of things. Basically, I don't give a fuck is the answer to most things. Everybody's too soft. Everybody's too sensitive about everything. And, you know, when the decision was made to do this, I was just kind of like, you know, what's the big deal if they don't have, and Mexican Independence Day flipped the switch for me, and I was like, that's enough. I'm done with the no flags. So flags are back. If any flags hurt your feelings, too fucking bad.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah. Have a great night, everybody.